for transformation and author of In Full Voice, Fiona Havlish. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So as we approach, unfortunately, the anniversary of 9/11 here, tell us a little bit about what happened with your husband and his story.
Well, really, that morning was like the perfect morning, and I got up just like I always did and made him coffee. And at 5:50, he really just walked down the stairs like he did every morning. And I just remember that day just looking up and thinking, God, I love our life. And I said, I love you. Have a great day. I'll see you later. And my daughter gave him a big hug and kiss, and she stood on the windowsill and waved goodbye. And then she's twirling around and dancing because it's her first day of school. She's so excited. Meanwhile, he's driving to what we don't know, but it was going to be his last day of work at 2 World Trade Center. And at 9:50 that morning, when the buildings fell, my life changed. Yeah. It just imploded. I couldn't breathe. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what to do next. I just knew I had a family that suddenly I was in charge of and I was taking care of. I had no idea what was coming next.
You talk about turning your tragedy into triumph, and I can imagine probably in the months, weeks and months probably afterwards, that probably wasn't even a thought of yours, but you talk about going through the loss and then the wake-up call. What do you mean by the wake-up call?
Well, really in my life, 9/11 was a wake-up call. It took away everything I was, because 1 second I was a wife and a mother, and the next minute I didn't know who I was. And the door of wife was closed. So it's about taking that experience and doing something with it. And what I ultimately learned, and it's really through the help of the country and how they took care of us, of how much love is out there. And it gave me a space to really step into who I really came here to be, which is to help people.
For people that are going through different losses at home, you say there are some things to avoid in order to achieve triumph. The first thing you've got to do, you've got to give up. What do you mean by that?
It's don't give up.
Don't ever give up.
Don't. You want to crawl into the old space where you came from. You can't do that. You want to hide. You can't do that either. If you want to be who you are, allow that gift of feeling and step into it.
Interestingly, you say allow others to make decisions for you. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because you think you're not thinking straightly.
No.
I'm just going to let everybody else take care of it.
You're in such a vulnerable place. Take the time. If people are wanting you to make a decision, take some time. Breathe. Go hide in the closet. But make the decision on your own. Don't let other people do it for you, because it's going to be what they want, not what you want.
And it's going to affect you.
Absolutely.
Next thing to avoid is hiding your feelings. And a lot of people want to do that because they just feel like I should have moved on by now. I should be better by now.
Absolutely. I was under the impression that not crying indicated strength. Until a girlfriend looked at me one day and said, "Why don't you cry?" I said, "Because I don't want to be weak." Let me tell you, it takes a lot of courage and strength to cry and to share your feelings, and do it in the moment. Don't wait till 10 years later.
Right.
It's not worth it.
Fiona, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your coming on and sharing a little bit about your story. And we've got more information on Fiona's story, as well as a link to her book if you're interested, on our website, fox5sandiego.com. Just click on that Scene on tab. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, Raul, back over to you.